some great Pokestops where there were events from the film. You can get gifts from there.
There's one
Love
literally
it.
called The Crash, where he crashes the car into the building.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep. And there's a plaque somewhere that says Bill Murray still stood here, which is, one of the greatest claims to fame we have out here in the sticks of Woodstock. So you're tuned into the GOCast podcast, your one-stop shop for updates, news, tips, and community in the world of Pokemon Go. Thank you for listening. Pokemon GO Wild Area brings a grim new debut with a gigantic snarl.
Time to take out a loan. A Mega Rayquaza Raid Day is on the horizon.
And more on this episode of GOCast. Hello and welcome to the GOCast podcast, episode 343. It's the unofficial Halo episode. I'm your host, Chris, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host, Kyle.
Hiya.
Hey, Kyle, how you doing?
I'm doing Metagross raids.
You're doing Metagross raids. That's great. We are doing this on a Saturday. It's October 4th, Saturday. It's the morning, like truly the morning. Not like, oh, it's 11:45. It's close to the afternoon. Oh, it's 12:30. We just woke up an hour ago, though, so it feels like the morning. No, it is squarely 10:27 a.m. We were supposed to start at 10, but we gab, we chat, we do the whole thing because despite Kyle and I being very good friends, we kind of only really talk once or twice a week for real, despite being like, oh, here's something in Pokemon Go, or here's a one-liner to harass you in text messaging. We get a chance to hang out prior to recording, so no shame. No shame. But it's still the morning. That's the point. So this is new and exciting territory for us. So we're going to talk about Pokemon Go this week, as we do every week, and we'll see what else happens. I feel like that's our show in a nutshell. We're going to start at Pokemon Go. We'll end at Pokemon Go, but in the middle there,
It'll probably be Pokemon Go as well.
it could be. It's a good chance.
I don't know. We got some news. No, we don't.
Well, we got.
Sorry,
it's
I
weird.
couldn't lie.
It's you could though if you wanted to. Just not to our listeners. Only do it to me. There are technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces of news, but I bet you'll find that they go rather quick. But speaking of things going rather quick, this past week flew by. It absolutely flew by. I don't know about you, Kyle, but I had a very, very long week. I didn't have much of a chance to play a lot of Pokemon Go.
No, not a lot going on this week in Go for me. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll cover in the goals just 1 second.
Yeah.
I swear. I did try.
He
I
tried.
promise.
He
I
tried.
promise.
Okay. Well, let's take a look at those goals because that's kind of what I'm dreading. I woke up this morning dreading this reckoning. So did you catch a Duraludon?
I did exactly one.
Nice. That's the goal. Mega Camerupt?
I did also exactly one, and I got 250 energy, and I Mega Evolved one, and I'm like, sweet.
Perfect. Again, that's for the goal. Giovanni and then parentheticals, I swear.
So I did not do this one.
Oh my gosh, you swore you would.
I only use my rocket balloons to do rocket research for the most part. 15 rocket balloons because I missed like a day or two, and I don't get all 4 of them obviously because I sleep. All of them were Arlo and Cliff, and I only need Ciara.
We need BLP on some of that stuff, man. We need bad luck protection on our balloons. That's for sure.
What am I doing here?
No, it's just that ain't good. That's not bad. That is a bad experience. Okay, so that's a miss on that one. But about 350,000 experience.
I did do that. I hit some friendships this week too. I don't remember who, but I got like a best friend with somebody. I'm like, okay.
I'm best friends with this person. I don't remember their name.
I don't remember.
Only in Pokemon Go, folks. All right, so 3 out of 4. That's pretty good considering you kind of alluded that you may have been a massive failure. I assure you, I'll set a much worse example. Mega Camerupt, yes. Duraludon, yes. Shiny Duraludon, no. 50 eggs, like 42 or something like that.
Oh, come on.
Look,
you can't be missing that one.
I'm just not. I'm just not. I'm not. What? Fill the blank after that with whatever you want, but I'm just not this week. You know? And I hope that's relatable to somebody out there.
Just not.
I'm just not. Okay? Well, leave it at that. Leave it at that. I'm just not. Okay. But you know what? What I am, though, is very happy and very proud and very grateful to everybody that subscribed on YouTube, because we did pass, since last episode, our 1,000 subscriber milestone, which is my goal for us this year. So we've already finished
2 months early.
Yes, that's incredible. Thank you all very, very much. We're actually at like 1018 right now, which is crazy. I'm seeing quite the uptick since we hit 1,000. So thanks everybody, and please don't unsub, because it would be really heartbreaking if we went under 1,000 again. Wait until we have like 1,100 and then unsub, if that's your prerogative. Just let me have this, you know? Gosh. Anyway, YouTube is a wild thing. So thanks everybody for that. We really feel supported, and that's wonderful. Thank you. Okay, we've got some news, as we talked about, to cover. So I suppose, what's the point in hanging around? Let's get to it. Yo, what up? It's the news. Okay, doke. Our first piece of news here is the new Eternatus avatar items. Whoa!
No.
Weren't we promised these a while ago? Yeah, we're trainers. Technical issues. Technical issues delayed the Eternatus themed avatar items, which were scheduled to release during Pokemon Go Fest 2025 Max Finale. We apologize for keeping you waiting, and we're excited to announce that these avatar items are now available. The following avatar items inspired by Eternatus will be available for purchase in the in-game shop. There's going to be 4 pieces of clothing. They all start with Eternatus. I won't say Eternatus 4 times. Top, pants, shoes, and helmet. Those are the things you can get. I think, personally, if you had a big issue with getting these out, it would have been a good faith thing to give us one of these items for free.
I mean, yeah, but at the same time, whatever you gave for free, everyone would be like, but I wanted this one.
That's fine.
So
I don't care.
It's either all or none. I feel,
no.
Yeah.
No, give us the helmet, and then at the very worst, it inspires people to buy the rest of the set.
Yeah, I mean, there's a debate for that. The fact that it took, what has it been, 3 months?
2 months?
August?
Yeah?
Yeah, okay. 2 months? Almost?
2 months. Yeah.
Did they even say anything about this?
No, I know, you said the fact that it took them 2 months and then you left it. What about it?
That's it. The fact that it took that long. Like
they're just not.
I don't know what else to say about it except that it took that long. And did they even say anything? Did I miss that?
No, they didn't. I don't remember them saying anything. I forgot this was supposed to happen. Like me scraping the news for this episode reminded me that this was supposed to exist. I still don't care. I'm not going to do it.
It's not that I will forget that it exists. It's just that I just assume whenever they're talking about cosmetics in an event, they will be added afterwards. So I don't think about it after the event.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I wonder. You and I are not like we'll dress up our characters for sure, and we'll get excited about the odd avatar item. But like it's usually a coin flip whether or not we actually put on our character. We're usually like, oh, that onesie's pretty cool, but whatever. Yeah, it's cool enough what I have going on, right? I wonder if there are people that are like, oh boy, today's the day. New avatar items. I'm sure they exist. I haven't met that person, but I'm sure they exist.
I don't know. It's so hard. I'm not opposed to like the dress up and the cosmetic item ideas, especially in a lot of other games. But it's so limited in Go anyways, and you never see your character at all.
Yeah.
Basically. Well, I mean, you see them, but like you don't see them. Like I will put in effort if I want to make my character in World of Warcraft look cool, because I spend the entire game always looking at them.
That's right.
How your character looks in Pokemon Go is not very significant. That's all I'm saying.
It's only significant in raids and raid lobbies and PvP for 4 seconds. And that's it.
Yep.
But I don't know. Sometimes it's all about you knowing that you're wearing a certain thing, or that you look a certain way, or that your representation is taken care of. I mean, when we went through that whole big avatar change thing, the big argument was that there are now more representative of more types of people, even if across the board they looked a little worse. So... Yeah. Anyway, you can look like Eternatus now. Now, Eternatus is a cool Pokemon. It looks really neat. It's certainly unique in the world of Pokemon. So if you're into it, these items definitely reflect that. I didn't put the image here for you, Kyle. I'm sorry, but I did just see it when I was populating this list. And they look pretty rad, especially if you're into Eternatus. I'm not. You might be, though.
Yeah, I mean, it is a look. It's a look.
It's a look. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's really cool. It's normally the only way that this could go poorly is if you look at this and you go, oh, they really phoned it in. I don't think they did. The jacket has like a tail. The helmet is really complicated looking. The cover art makes it look like it glows. I don't know if it actually glows on the character or not.
Probably not.
But the gloves are rad. Parts of these are really cool. I could see parts of this outfit being put into with other clothing items and looking really cool.
I think my favorite clothing items that they add into the game are items that I could see a trainer in the main series game wearing if they are a themed trainer.
Yeah.
Like, minus the helmet or the hat, because they don't really do that like that in the main series games. You could see like an Eternatus trainer looking like this in the main series games.
I suppose so, but I don't know when or where there would be an Eternatus trainer.
Well, there wouldn't, but the idea.
Oh,
that
it
exists. Not that
Proof
it
of
would
concept.
exist.
I understand. Okay. All right. Anyway, wow, we talked a lot longer about that than I thought we were going to. Let's move on to the next one. GO Wild Area Global. Okay, so we talked about the GO Wild Area, the in-person events that are happening in Japan and somewhere else. GO Wild Area Global, though. I'm not sure if we mentioned the dates for this. I'm not sure if they were announced, but they are now November 15th and 16th. The big news here is that there's going to be a debut of Gigantamax Grimmsnarl. That was so exciting, I had to yawn. Gigantamax Grimmsnarl. Also Shadow Darkrai, and then what we already knew, which was Shiny Unknown W, Shiny Hatena, and Shiny Impidimp. Those are all going to be at Global as well. In 3-star raids, you'll see Beware Rain, a Wilderness Cape, and then beyond that, it's largely the same spawns, instant spawns, egg pools, and mighty Pokemon, and research, yada, yada, yada. So if you want more information about that, we do have a link to it in the show notes, but we've actually covered this event already, largely, since it's kind of the same thing for Global. So just be aware of that. I know that for Shadow Raids, the first day is going to be Shadow Cresselia, and then Sunday is going to be Shadow Darkrai. So if you have to pick between the two and plan ahead now, in about a month and a week from now, and you want the Shadow Darkrai, make sure you're free on the Sunday over the Saturday. I think that's the only piece of advice to give there. So Gigantamax Grimmsnarl is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it was great. It's
great
awesome.
Pokemon.
Awesome
Very
Pokemon.
Cool. All right, let's move on to something that's a little dicey, I suppose. Although strangely, I'll get to it actually. Hold on. Go past October. Trainers, get ready for a special treat this Halloween season during Pokemon Go's Tales of Transformation. Bonus Pokecoins will be available to earn during this month's Go Pass on both the free track and the paid Go Plus Deluxe track. Catch out this exciting bonus and more in Go Pass October. So this will run from Tuesday, October 7th, this upcoming Tuesday at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, November 4th at 10 a.m. local time. The regular pass and deluxe pass will be available during that time. Featured Pokemon and rewards. Encounter Terrakion with a Tales of Transformation themed special background, 400 Pokecoins, Stardust XP, Max Particles, Pokepolls, candy, and even more goodies. But if you buy the Go Pass Deluxe, you'll also earn 1,000 additional Pokecoins for a total of 1,400 Pokecoins, 1 Super Incubator, additional encounters with even more Pokemon, Candy XL, and even more goodies. There's also some major milestone bonuses on the free track. At rank 25, you'll hit Tier 1, which lets you open up more gifts and send more gifts and hold more gifts. Tier 2, at rank 50, 2 times Adventure Incense duration. Tier 3 is bonus XP for XP and hatching eggs. And if you have the Deluxe Pass, if you hit Tier 1, you get even more gifts across the board. So there's that. Yeah. So Mr. Kyle, tell me about this pass and your take, because I know you and I had a take on our own, but I'm not necessarily seeing that universally echoed across the space online, which is weird.
I'm so surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
400 Pokecoins is awesome on the free track.
Mhm.
That's awesome. There's nothing else to say about that. Great. I think 1,000 Pokecoins on the paid track is a bad reward. Full stop.
You don't think it's enough?
I don't. Well, no. I mean, technically, it's enough, but I don't want. So, okay. A lot of battle passes, and by a lot, I can only think of Fortnite right now because I don't play that many games like that. Will have premium currency at the end of their battle pass, and that premium currency is enough to buy the next battle pass. If you finish and you grind it, you can pay once and then keep getting your battle pass. And if you don't finish it, boohoo, you're out of luck. You can't buy this with Pokecoins. So this is just purely money for coins situation.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it is objectively a good value. But again, they artificially create the value of what a Pokecoin is worth. So how many times do you have to say that for it to be true?
Yeah.
When you give an item that doesn't exist otherwise as a reward, I think that is just a better option, full stop.
Yeah, I'm not ready to say goodbye to my extra incubator.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. And I don't think any number of Pokecoins outside of 100,000 would make me feel differently about that.
Okay, that's a little much. I bet you'd probably feel differently for 10,000. That's enough to get many more uses than that incubator. But
yeah, no, you're right. Being hyperbolic.
But I guess like the permanent incubator is obviously very niche for people. If you don't hatch that many eggs, it was a little bit difficult to get the value out of it. But, and again, some people don't see value in hatching eggs anyways.
Well, those people are probably right.
But I like the lucky trinket is an objective value that just doesn't exist anywhere else in the game. And I liked it better as a reward. I thought, and it wasn't just me, it was a lot of content creators as well that we had talked to and seen share opinions. People were going to be more upset about there being coins at the end of this.
Yeah. I on X of all places saw predominantly positive takes. People were very thrilled about getting coins in general.
Yeah. So I guess what do we know? I don't know.
I don't know. And I think you're right. I think you nailed it. Like when you were talking about people not getting the value out of the single use incubator, I think it's a novelty at that point. Same with the Lucky Charm though too, because like we can all say Lucky Charm this, Lucky Charm that, and that's great to have lucky trades and things like that and how powerful it is. But how many trainers are actually utilizing it at a top tier level for like, here's a meta pick, you have a meta pick too, and I know you do, and we're grinding for this. Let's swap these things and hope that they go well, right? A lot of people are just like, this is my favorite Pokemon, I want a lucky of it, or I'm doing a lucky trade with you and I don't care what I get because we're doing you a favor for something you don't have and I hope it's lucky. I think the use case is much higher for that. And I think you're also, again, correct with the incubator thing, that some people, the majority of people probably, that are getting that single use incubator, or not single use, the free regular incubator for the 30 days or whatever, are probably hatching 5 eggs out of it if they're pretty good about it, right? They're not hatching 1 or 2 eggs in it every day like I am or other people are, right? So I think you're probably right. The value of these coins don't go away if you don't use them. They sit there. The value is the value, right? So
yeah,
it probably does appeal to those hyper casual players a lot more than it appeals to the two of us, where we're like, I need something that if I maximize it, the use case potential is the value inherent, you know?
Yeah. And I guess for most people, 1,000 Pokecoins, because you get 400 regardless, is 5 remote raids. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
so it doesn't make me upset that it's there. I'm not like upset. I just think that there could have been better rewards, or it should be better value for the money, even though it is objectively already good value. For example, when I buy a $5 monthly login for Genshin Impact, I get $35 worth of premium currency over the course of that month. And this is $10, right? $9.99. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think so.
So I don't know. I usually expect the value of a battle pass to kind of blow me away when you actually look at it.
Yeah,
it's $7.99. I'm sorry,
$7.99. That's still pretty good. I don't know. For 1,400 Pokecoins total is almost twice as much of the monetary value of the $7.99. It's almost there. It's $1 for 100 Pokecoins if you buy them 100 at a time, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're close. We're close to parity there. It's just I feel like this is the first or second iteration sort of thing, and I feel like we've gotten past this, and we have these nice, fun, creative solutions like the incubator or the lucky charm or whatever it was called, the trinket. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, this is the first time that I feel like my gut has not lined up with a public sentiment in a long time. It's been a hot minute. I think probably for both of us, legitimately surprised that people were like, actually, this is rad. We're like, really? Okay, sure. maybe we're wrong, you know?
Yeah. I haven't seen anyone on our Discord talk about this really. Maybe I missed some of the conversation when this was announced, but I'd be interested to hear what our community also has to say about their thoughts for this.
You know what it could also be is that it's simply just not bad. It's not bad. Yeah. It's not bad enough for people to be like making a stink about it. And so for the people that are weighing in on it, it's a rare occasion where only the people that have something really nice to say about it are saying it. And so therefore, that's all we're seeing.
Yeah.
You know, it's because it's fine. It's fine. I'm just going to miss my incubator. Okay, speaking of spending money on frivolous things in this game, let's talk about this next event here, which is the Mega Rayquaza Raid Day. You heard that right, folks. It's making its return. Rayquaza in raids in some regard. Get your pocketbooks ready. When is this? This is going to be Saturday, October 18th from 2 to 5 p.m. local time. There will be timed research that'll be available during the event. Complete that to earn a meteorite. In order to Mega Evolve Rayquaza, you have to use the Mega Energy and the Mega Meteor... Oh, just the meteorite, the regular meteorite, in order to teach the Charge Attack Dragon Ascent, and then Mega Evolve it. Please note that the timed research expires, so do your thing in order to get your meteorite. Event bonuses, remote raid pass limit will increase to 20 from October 17th at 5 p.m. to Saturday, October 18th at 8 p.m. PDT. Receive up to 5 additional raid passes, which mean photo discs, gym photo discs, increased chance of encountering shiny Rayquaza from Mega Raids. The event ticket will be $4.99 US. Receive up to 8 additional free raid passes for spinning gym photo discs for a total of 14. Increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles, 50% more XP from raid battles, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles. And if you buy the ticket in the web store, you get a bonus premium battle pass at no additional cost! The usual fare. Now, what's not the usual fare is Rayquaza. Historically in the past, Rayquaza has been probably, outside of maybe a GOFest, the days in which the Pokemon community spends the most money on Pokemon Go.
I think that is an objective fact.
Yeah.
If we could see that bar graph, you'd see a nice spike on each one of those days.
Yeah. The only other thing that has ever brought as much traffic, and I think it's close, probably, I'd have to imagine, Mewtwo. And they're really gearing up for the next Mewtwo round. So this is exciting to see Rayquaza sort of like, hey, I'm here. Here you go, guys. What's your whistle on this? You know what I mean? So this is just exciting. If you like Rayquaza, which pretty much everybody does, you're going to go for this. You're going to go for your shinies, you're going to go for your shundos, you're going to go for your regular hundos. Going to get your meteorite if you haven't already. Going to get your third or fourth meteorite if you have. And that's going to be kind of it. And I don't know what else there's to say about this. It's just good.
Yeah, I mean it's great. The only downside is it's only for 3 hours. So like even if you go hard, you can only get so many done.
Yeah.
And I know because when Mega Rayquaza was released, I think I did 100 Mega Rayquaza raids.
Yeah. Yeah, so the real question is, are you going to be doing this one?
So I haven't actually decided yet.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. I have 2 Hundo Rayquazas already. One of them's level 50. I need like 50 or 60 XL candy for the other one. Both are mega. I have 4 meteorites extra after those 2.
Oh my gosh.
I don't really need to play this event.
No.
Depending on what the tasks are to get the meteorite, I might complete that. And I might do some remote raids here or there, but as awesome as this is, I am fully set on Rayquaza. I have no interest in ever trying to get a Shundo intentionally. So, yeah.
Yeah. We all can't be your girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I'm not allowed to get a Shundo because then they can't hold it over me every time they open the game.
And I'm firmly in the camp that Kyle cannot have a Shundo, Rayquaza. Rayquaza, forgive me, Pokemon. Yeah, no, it's great. I think I'm going to pass, though, too, largely. I say that like I do with every rating event, where I'm just like, I actually don't need to do this. Yaha, a free pass. But I'm going to be like, I need to get my meteorite. So I'm probably going to do the timed research just to get the meteorite, just to have it.
How many meteorites do you have?
That's a great question. I think like 3 or 4.
Okay.
You definitely did more Mega Rayquaza than I did.
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing worth noting. They don't mention it here. If there is a chance to get a meteorite from doing the raid itself.
Oh, yeah.
Historically, there has been a low chance. I don't know the number.
Like a really low chance.
Yeah, like 10% or less, probably.
No, it was like 2%. It was really low.
Really, that low?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's fair. They don't mention that. I don't remember if they mentioned it in the past. So just bear in mind, it's not confirmed. You only get one guaranteed meteorite. It's very important.
Which is good. You should still grab it just in case. Because like the rest of us who have settled for our regular Hundo Rayquazas, if you stumble across a Shundo, you're going to want that extra meteorite on hand. So, yep. Cool. All right. Mega Rayquaza. That's out there for you folks. October 18th. Get her done. Okay. Legends ZA events. All right. Trainers. The Pokemon Legends ZA will be released on Nintendo Switch on October 16th, 2026. It's happening real soon, folks. Explore Lumio City in the Kalos region in a new adventure with Pokemon Legends ZA. In celebration of the release of this game, Mega Raids will appear more frequently in Pokemon Go, Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig will appear in timed research, and avatar items inspired by Lumio City Pokemon trainers will be available in the shop. This will be starting on Thursday, October 16th, and will run to Monday, October 20th at 8 p.m. local time. Mega Rayquaza Raid Day is happening on the weekend in the middle of this event, so just a heads up there. Event bonuses, Mega Raids will appear more frequently. Timed research will be, there's going to be free event exclusive timed research. You can earn XP, candy, Apophis, or encounters with Chikorita, Totodile, or Tepig with a seasonal special background. And first partner Pokemon you choose will have an increased chance to be attracted to Daily Adventure Incense. That's kind of fun. If you're interested in that. Featured attacks, Bayleaf, Croconaw, and Pignite, once evolved into Meganium, Feraligatr, and Emboar respectively, will learn their Community Charge Move, Frenzy Plant, Hydro Cannon, and Blast Burn. You can also learn them from regular Charge TMs instead of using Elite Charge TMs during the event period, which is a very nice thing. And there's going to be new avatar items. These are going to be available for free in the in-game shop during the event and will continue to be available after the event ends. It's a Lumio City outfit. There's a fitted one, a black hat, red shoes, blue shoes, a white hat, and a relaxed outfit. So that's pretty much it. I'd love to say that there's egg pools, exciting raids, other mega raids that are being highlighted, a debut, literally anything. But alas, this might be one of the most underwhelming celebration events that I've ever seen.
I wouldn't, not even a celebration. It's like a collab, I guess. I don't know.
It's like a nod. It's like, oh yeah, here, you can have the pig.
This is really bad. Like, it's now the Pokemon Company, and by extension, Niantic and Pokemon Go, very famous for loving to run everything all at the same time.
Yeah.
They love to have a community day happening at the same time as a raid weekend, as the same time as a Worlds or regional or something like that. At the same time, they have an anniversary in Pokemon Masters. So, like, they want to have something all at the same time. But, like, they could have put a little bit more effort. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just surprising
There's
how
not
little.
even a wild spawn, by the way, in case you just
No.
gloss over your fact or weren't paying attention. It's only one of the starters on your daily adventure incense. And that's it. Well, you can get multiple of the encounters, obviously.
Yeah. Well, it has an increased chance of being attracted to your daily adventure incense.
So
I would imagine the other ones will probably appear in the wild.
No, I think that's I think they would say if they were appearing in the wild. There's no wild spawns.
Oh, it says they will appear in timed research. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's timed research, and then the one you select is more likely to show up on your incense.
Oh,
but
yes.
That's just saying more likely than regular spawns.
Or it could mean that it means a higher chance out of the 3, so you might see more Tepig than the other 2.
No, because they would have said Chikorita, Totodile, and Tepig will be spawning on Daily Adventure Incense. The first part of Pokemon you choose will have an increased chance of showing up.
Okay.
I don't think so. Even if all 3 are spawning on Daily Adventure Incense, that's still bad.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
still bad.
This is a semantic argument at this point.
Yeah.
None of us are claiming that maybe we're misreading this and then therefore it's good. No.
Mm-hmm. But the featured attacks, it's always a positive. That said, I think this is like the 5th time this year that Feraligatr can learn Hydro Cannon outside of the community.
It's fine.
So,
it's a low weight thing. It's low profile.
Well, it's just there's so many other Pokemon that I know people have been waiting. Like, hey, I just caught this at the start of the year. I still can't evolve it.
Yeah,
you know?
Like one of my Blastoise, my Greninja. Yeah, no, I understand.
That's all. It's fitting, but like also, man, come on. These outfits are mid, super mid.
At least they're free.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah,
this is why they're
this
mid.
Just feels like kind of a throwaway. Like doesn't really stack up against other events. Whatever. I like that you can get the charge attacks on regular TMs. That's nice.
Yeah, but
that's cool.
I don't know. I feel like a Legends ZA launch event should have had Mega Victory Bell.
Oh yeah, and
that's it. Just Mega Victory Bell
cells.
Yeah, double your chance of getting a Zygarde cell. Get 2 Zygarde cells instead of 1 on a route. I don't know. Like, that makes sense to tie it in.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know, no one's losing their mind over Mega Victory Bell being added to the game because it's not going to shake anything up, but it's new. It's like, I don't know.
It would be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll surprise us. I doubt it. But
No.
maybe they will. Okay, well.
No.
That's it. There's nothing else to say. Kind of disappointing. It's just going to happen. It'll happen. You might not even notice, honestly. Last thing here, Festival of Lights event. This is an India exclusive, so we'll be rather quick. Trainers, the Festival of Lights is coming back to Pokemon Go for this year's celebration, exclusive to trainers in India. Get ready for the return of Pikachu wearing a Sari, and Pikachu wearing a Kurta, making this celebration an extra stylish event. There's going to be incense encounters, raids featuring the costumed Pikachu, or maybe costume's not the right word. Pikachu adorned with these items. Field research task, collection challenge, and timed research. So if you are in India and want more information, go ahead and take a look at the description there. But it's pretty much that. That's kind of the deal. It's certainly much more of an event than the ZA event, I'll tell you that. But it's cool. It's cool. Kyle and I were talking a little bit prior to this. I'm a little, and I know this is going to come across as so quintessentially American, and I'm very aware of it. I'm a little upset that we don't get this event. As I am for any other worldwide event. And it's not because we're missing out on gameplay. It's because, like we talked about this the past episode, maybe the past couple episodes, that I feel like Pokemon Go has such a unique opportunity to educate people on cultures from around the world and holidays and stuff. And this is another one of those. Why can't we celebrate this event with another culture? Why can't this be a vector of exposure for people around the world? I don't really care about the event stuff, but we have Pokemon Go events that mirror American holidays all the time. And they're not US exclusives, and they shouldn't be, for the record. I'm not making that point. The point I'm making is that it makes me a little sad that these other things are exclusive. I like it when they have a better version of that event in that country, but we all get a little something else to sort of like participate. That feels better. I just would like to learn more about other holidays and stuff. Like the Dia de Muertos stuff that they did was great. Was really great. The cempasúchil flowers and stuff. We learned a fair amount about that holiday through that event because they took the time. And this feels like, especially when it's the second time or third time that they've done this event, come on, like we could use a little something for other people to participate.
Yeah, that's all there is to really say, honestly.
Yeah, I'm just a little disappointed. But it sounds like a good time. So if you're in India, please enjoy. It sounds great. Cool. All right. That's the end of the news. A lot of news technically, but really not a whole lot to discuss, I suppose. I think we actually got the most mileage out of that first thing, which was the Eternatus avatar items.
Mega, the GOCast.
The GOCast, Mega Rayquaza. Yeah. Understood. Okay, anyway, we're going to take a short little break. When we come back, it'll be time for PokéPoll.
And we're back with PokéPoll. And last week's question was, what Pokemon do you think deserves an evolution? And what would it be like? First response from Purple Opal, and they said, hello. To answer the PokéPoll question, in Anchorage every year we celebrate the fur. I think this is an answer for last PokéPoll.
It
fine.
is.
That's fine. This is in response to the 2 weeks ago question where it was what event would you like to see a Pokemon Go? Real life event what holiday would you like a Pokemon Go event to be based around? And they said, in Anchorage every year we celebrate the Fur Rendezvous. Historically, this is when trappers would come to an area to sell the furs that they've been collected over the year. Now, mostly it's an excuse to go to a parade and ride a bunch of rides when it's 20 below. If this would become a Pokemon Go holiday event, it will be filled with fur-bearing Pokemon that are caught in the wild. Vulpix of both kinds, Zigzagoon, Teddiursa, Furfrou, and the like. There would be a bonus for catching and a bonus for transferring. And the thing that would definitely never happen, but would be cool, in the store would be fur coats made from these Pokemon available for purchase. Big fan of the podcast. Purple Opal's husband. Signed.
Sorry, I forgot to mention that this answer was too good. We had to share it. So sorry, it's out of place, out of week rotation.
I love it.
It is great.
The concept of a fur coat of See, you know what? Gen 1 anime Pokemon would get away with that.
Oh yeah, there were
you
guns.
Could totally have a Growlithe coat.
Yeah, I mean they had like a game warden with like a rifle and stuff. Like hunting exists in the Pokemon universe, you know.
Next one's from DeFi. And they said, not an evolution, but I'd like to see a baby calf of Miltank and a baby Lapras.
Oh,
absolutely. How
baby Lapras,
especially Lapras. How has Lapras not gotten a baby? It feels like it's just perfect.
I would love it if it was a tiny little plesiosaur, and instead of its like shell with all the horns on it, it was a real smooth tiny shell. It doesn't get its horn until it evolves.
Yeah, yes. And it's like they go super, super chibi, like cute design for it.
Big
too.
old head, big old
big
flippers.
round head.
Oh,
yeah.
little body. Oh.
All right. The next spot's from Sound. They said, "Hey, Chris and Kyle, would love to see an evolution for Pinsir.
Yeah.
We get a lot of attention with Scyther in the form of Caesar and Cleavor, which are solid bugs, but they outpaced their friend and left them behind, it feels like. I vote for something based on the Dorcas thoracicus.
What'd you call
They're
me?
very cool and really big. The jaws remind me of the horns on Pinsir, but also like next step up. I know it's a long shot since they already made a mega for it, and that typically nails in as a final stage for most Pokemon. But hey, it could happen. Only Caesar is a mega, and Cleavor is just an alt evolution Hisui. Shiny vibes all, very respectfully, Sound. Agree. Both Pinsir and Heracross deserve evolutions.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
well, Heracross is perfect.
It
has a mega.
And
so
yes,
does Pinsir,
and so does
but,
Pinsir.
yeah.
That's because they're kind of like, I feel like two sides of the same coin in the bug Pokemon kind of world.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know. They both deserve evolutions. I'm 100% for it.
We need more powerful versions of bug Pokemon. Megas, extra evolutions, I don't care. It doesn't matter. And while Scyther has gotten a lot of love and Mega Caesar exists, I want a Mega Cleavor. I want a Mega Scyther.
Yo,
Man,
Scyther
Mega Scyther would be so cool.
I mean,
4 scythes.
With what they did in Pokemon Unite with Scyther and Caesar, I was like, that's clever. So Pokemon could do that more in their main series games. So
yeah, I mean, it's such a quintessential idea. They tease this in the anime too. They're like, oh, you want to use a thunderstorm to force your Pikachu to evolve? It won't learn all the speed moves, and then, Ash is faster than Raichu with Pikachu, right? And stuff, yada, yada. We all know how the story goes. And they've moved away from that quite a bit, even though it's a core mechanic in the original games too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Next one's from Cole Misato, and they said, "I feel like Magikarp needs a middle evolution. Also would love Ditto to have some evolutions." Ooh, what would a Ditto evolution be like?
He'd just be a bigger blob.
Just a giant blob, like Gigantamax Ditto.
Yeah,
but
just huge.
But like actually,
just huge.
Like not Gigantamax. Yeah, I'm for it.
It would be cool if Gigantamax or an evolved Ditto had transformed, but it had more power over it. Like it could transform parts of its body.
Yeah, I'm thinking like anyone who watched Ben 10.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like the main villain of the original, side villain of the original show, Kevin 11. Yeah, that's just like grows one arm that is like from Machamp, and then it grows like a tail from a Tyranitar or something.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be difficult to do in game and represent
100%,
but the concept works.
That's an anime episode.
Yeah,
that's an anime episode
absolutely.
that never gets translated into the game, and I would love it.
Yep.
Next one is from Lemurio in the form of an email. And they said, "Preemptively sorry for the length, but I was busy catching a Seviper and feeling disappointed that it looks so cool, but I'll be deleting it soon because it's sort of useless."
Yeah.
Seviper suffers from a unique problem in Pokemon Go, and it's called Zangoose. The canonical relationship between Zangoose and Seviper is important for the concept of Pokemon having these natural competitive relationships, and we don't want to downplay that, but it also means that a parity between them is always maintained. And giving Seviper an evolution without matching it with Zangoose breaks the mold that Big Dad Pikachu wants. So, for the sake of not reading so much, I just assume that the guy who was tasked to make Claydol relevant has all but excelled his way out of a job and has taken up Zangoose's evolution as his new passion project. He has ideas, like so many ideas.
Make it a bigger snake. Yeah.
So that frees up Seviper to now be what it is. Very cool. It looks cool. Its shiny looks cool. Its name includes the word Viper, and we all know Vipers are cool.
Yeah.
The cars, the sunglasses, probably some Razor committer accessories. Cool. You know what Pokemon does really well? evolutions for snake-adjacent Pokemon, like Arbok, the original Cobra Pokemon with the killer gold shiny, like Steelix, who is also extremely useful in battles and as Mega. And their second form of Zygarde, who as a black and golden green large-scale Pokemon surely improved improved the first form of Zygarde, which is a dog.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give Seviper a different form, specific to its life purpose of being better than Zangoose. I am basic, and my thought is, let's give it a flying type and really lean into the poison aesthetic so that its form has some sort of noxious gas poison power to it. Here's my idea in drawing, which, to be fair, I made yesterday. No judging the art skills, please. The new evolution I am calling Paralisk, because that sounds like perilous, and you can pretend that it's a portmanteau. Yeah. Of perigee, an angle of orbit in the height of axis, and Mutalisk, flying snake things in the old StarCraft
Oh
games.
my gosh.
I mean, I like you also missed the Basilisk too, which is
but Mutalisk is a great reference.
It is a great reference. Like them, it travels in groups and appears nearly translucent in the poisonous atmosphere that swirls around it. But like Seviper, its tail is its weapon. So it flies tail first and attacks its poisoned enemies, which are, of course, pretty much just Zangoose. Let's give it Poison Jab and a flying fast move, and it gets Fly, Aerial Ace, Sludge Bomb, X-Scissor, and for fun, Air Slash in events for charge moves. Okay, that's enough for now. Hope it was fun. And Mr. Claydol, let's see what you get to face off with Paralisk. May Guzzlord grant you all the Hundo, Shiny, Mega Rayquaza, and brutal swing his way into your heart, Lemurio.
Nice.
No, but I'm going to say right now, Paralisk is a great Pokemon name.
Yeah.
That is a phenomenal Pokemon name. I love it.
Yeah, I do too. I'm having a difficult time visualizing this a little bit. So does it gets wings? Because like the idea of having a flying snake is so cool. It reminds me of those monsters from like Swamp of Sorrows in World of Warcraft.
I don't know. I mean, it could get wings. I feel like it's the design here is more that it's like more like floating in a gas cloud type thing.
That's also very cool. I like winged serpents.
Winged serpents are cool.
Yeah. Very cool. This is so funny though. I also like the idea of it evolving seriously just out of spite for Zangoose. Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah. I'm resisting the urge because I've been rewatching Seinfeld on my free time, and there's an episode where I'm resisting the urge. I'm going to do it anyway. There's an episode I just watched where Jerry is trying to return a suit because he bought a suit that the suit guy told him was really good, and then that suit guy was like dating one of his friends and turned out to be kind of a jerk. And so then he's like, "I want to return the suit," and he walks in. And he's like, "Okay, I want to return this." And he said, "Okay, sure. Why?" And he goes, "For spite." And he's like, "Oh, well, that's not in our return policy. You can't do it." He goes, "Oh, well, because I don't like it." Like, no, you already said for spite. You can't do it. You can't take it anymore. So now you got to take it home and you got to live with this. And I feel like that argument wouldn't fly in the Pokemon space. There's a lot of evolutions that are purely out of spite. like Annihilate. That's a good one.
I would like an evolution for like these paired off Pokemon where each evolution is the Pokemon triumph over its opponent.
Yeah.
And it becomes, it's thematic in that way. So Seviper gets an evolution that is triumphed over Zangoose, and then Zangoose gets an evolution that triumphs over Seviper. Base forms.
Yeah.
As like a storytelling narrative.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Be great.
Yeah, I think Zangoose just evolves to have like one of those snake catching stick things.
Yeah, or like it just has like really long arms or something.
Huge nails.
To keep it away.
Yeah, gigantic
claws.
claws.
Gigantic claws.
Huge claws. It's already got huge claws. Make them huger. Make them.
It like has to drag them behind it. As sort of like, yeah. Okay, anyway.
Oh, I'm so in. I like that idea a lot. Okay, anyway.
Next one is from Fanuke. That's what I'm going with.
I like the Fanuke.
You didn't correct me last time.
Yeah.
More evolutions would be great. A ghost type called Fanteon, black and blue-purple color scheme. During battle, the EV is just standing there while the ghost is floating around and attacking from it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm for it. I like this one right here, though.
Mhm.
A super buff fighting type named Scrapion. Maroon and yellow color scheme with a black eye, maybe a chunk bitten out of the ear.
Ooh.
I like it. I like
Yeah.
it. A dragon type, Drakion, dark green and light blue color scheme. It would be scaled and two-headed. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm for it.
I like Drakion. I think you just have to go with the more on the nose Dragion, though.
Yeah, yeah. You could go Drakion, put it
With
as
a K instead of a C. Could do that. I like Dragion though because it's just so ridiculous.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, I like Scrapion. I haven't seen that one before.
And then I want him to look like Spyro.
I mean, that would basically end up being the design philosophy.
It would work
for sure.
It would work. Yeah.
Oh, all right. The next one's from Weeg, and they said, "Hi there, Chris and Kyle. I've been racking my brain trying to think of Pokemon that are in need of evolutions, and I don't think we need any more for existing mons. However, we need more baby Pokemon.
Yeah.
The cute little buggers were added 25 years ago, are beloved, but have largely been neglected otherwise. The top baby Pokemon that comes to mind is Tropius. Imagine a tiny little plant dinosaur with underdeveloped leaf wings and no distinguishable fruit coming from its neck.
No.
It's already too adorable not to include.
Oh.
Honorable mentions include Lapras, Furfrou, Drampa, Phalanx, Scyther, Apom. Stop giving us new evolutions to old Pokemon. Give us babies. Shiny vibes. Whoop, whoop, Weeg. Yeah, no, 100%.
Baby Scyther.
Baby Scyther.
Little baby
Does baby Scyther have sharp claws?
No, I want them to be like safety scissors.
Okay.
Yeah, like they're each one side of like one half of like a Fisher Price pair of like kid scissors. Yeah.
He just has like two bricks at the end of his arm. They just like
kind of
together to try and cut something.
They just have to be like rounded, like where the fleshy parts around the scythe are like thicker than the actual scythe itself. Where it's like it could hold something, and maybe it could like cut an apple off of a tree, but like I couldn't cut the apple.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like,
yes.
like it can bring something to its Scyther mom, and the Scyther mom will slice it up for him. Like,
oh my gosh, it's too cute.
Yeah.
All right, our last one is from Bet Jamo, and they said, "So I grew up a few towns over from Puxatawny, Pennsylvania, home of Puxatawny Phil."
Puxatawny.
Puxatawny?
I have to defend this.
Sorry, Puxatawny Phil, the weather predicting groundhog who makes his big appearance every year on Groundhog's Day. This year, I braved the cold for the first time and attended the event in person at Gobbler's Knob. That's the name. While standing in a large crowd, I pulled out my phone, opened Pokemon Go, and was very disappointed I did not see a single Bidoof nearby.
Boo!
I think it would be hilarious to have a Bidoof event around Groundhog's Day. And the first time I see a Bidoof up at Gobbler's Knob, I will be nicknaming him Phil.
Obviously, this is for the previous.
For the holiday event. Yeah. I knew as soon as I listened to the segment, I had to respond. I just started listening to your podcast a few weeks ago. Thanks again. It's Shiny Vibes always. Bet Jamo.
You know what's really funny about this? Is that I live 10 minutes from the Woodstock Historic Square, which is where they shot Groundhog Day. So it's honorary Puxatawny.
And some great Pokestops where there were events from the film. You can get gifts from there.
There's one literally called The Crash where he crashes the car into the building.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And there's a plaque somewhere that says Bill Murray stood here, which is, one of the greatest claims to fame we have out here in the sticks of Woodstock. So,
yeah.
Yep.
You got to take it where you can get it.
Yeah.
All right. So this week's PokéPoll is, what Pokemon do you think has a massive design flaw? How would you fix it? So I have two answers, but they are technically the same thing. So I'm going to let you go first.
Oh my gosh. Oh, geez. Okay. Great question. I think okay, I have two answers as well. The first one is Snubble. I think its massive design flaw is that it exists. And if I could change it, I would just get rid of that Pokemon. Entirely.
Okay.
Bye, Snubble. See you later. But for a real answer, this is such a tough question. I wrote this up and I thought, oh man, what a clever question. This will be so much fun. It's hard to answer. It's very difficult to answer. I think oh gosh, I mean, Gyarados not having dragon typing is one thing, but it's not a design flaw. That's a typing issue, right? Electabuzz. And I think this is because Elekid was made after Electabuzz was made, but the fact that we lost the plug on the head design is a bit of a tragedy now. I would have loved to see like a 3-plug, like with a ground, somewhere on the Electabuzz to do an evolve from just the 2-plug.
Should that translate to Electivire then too?
Yeah, make Electivire have multiple. Actually, his tail is already a plug.
I mean, they're like live wires. They're not actually plugs.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I think actually Electivire probably doesn't. You can get away with the wires. Yeah, that's fine. Like wrapped cables, that's fine. But I think Electabuzz is lacking in that through line.
Okay. So my answer is it's 2 Pokemon. They're the same type of Pokemon.
Plus
Emboar.
Oh, okay.
Emboar and Oinkologne. Huge, incredible wasted opportunities. I think it's a huge flaw for both of them. So Emboar should have been a boar on 4 legs. Yeah. I wanted to see like this like awesome huge tusks with like a huge like head with giant like spiky hair or something that could have been fire, like make it really aggressive looking, powerful, and the opportunity was there, and then they didn't do it. And then we got Oinkologne and we're like, all right, we can fix this, and then they didn't. And like Lechonk is great, Lechonk is cute 100%. But Oinkologne, the male Oinkologne, is a huge missed opportunity. I think the fact that there's a male and a female form and they look identical is it's a huge design flaw.
Yeah, they should have made the male form like more like boarish, like a wild pig. You know,
exactly. That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see like like a Gore-Tusk boar, if that draws anything to mind from World of Warcraft.
Yes.
But you can Google that. It tells you. I just want that, but like bigger tusks, bigger hair. And
when you kill it, it won't drop its liver.
Exactly.
Yep. Even though you need 7 of them.
Okay.
Anyway, dear listener, review an answer to this week's PokéPoll question, which is once again, what Pokemon do you think has a massive design flaw? How would you fix it? You can answer that when we post this question on our social feeds, which is X and Threads, at GoCast Podcast. You can also answer the question if you're a patron of ours in our Discord server, in our patron exclusive Discord server. We have a channel for PokéPoll. That's where we primarily pull our responses to read on the show from. If you're listening on Spotify, you can reply to the episode with your response. If you're watching on YouTube, hello YouTube, please subscribe. Thank you for being here. You can reply in a comment below. You can also send us an email to mail@gocastpodcast.com or leave us a voicemail by calling 262-586-7717. And speaking of emails and voicemails, Mr. Kyle, where are we?
It's time for emails.
Oh, that's right. And no voicemails this week. So take it away, Mr. Kyle. We've got emails here.
All right. The first email is from Sound. And they said, hey, Chris, Kyle, and GoCast listeners. I have a hypothetical question that may take some armchair philosophy from you both, which is the best kind. Chris loves that.
I do.
Do you think we, as a modern-day society, would actually be able to function and coexist with Pokemon like how they do in the series?
No.
This question is a little bit more than just, if Pokemon were real, wouldn't that be neat? Thought process. We have dogs, cats, and time-controlling gods in the Pokemon universe, after all. Personally, it could be a strong maybe. Let me frame this for you, my thinking. Currently, we rarely use animals for jobs other than extremely specialized situations. Some animals for sniffing out cancers and bombs, clams for water filter detection, and various therapy/medical alert animals. However, the age of transportation and work is limited for the animal world in modern-day society. The bulk of animals we domesticate and breed for are either for companionship or food. While not all Pokemon are animals, most are animal-like. However, the one thing Pokemon have above animals is they all strangely inherently understand human language. This means they can be trained faster and easier in a human-like way. This is seen in the anime time and time again when they just go up to a Pokemon, ask it a question, and it vaguely gets the idea.
Yep.
So true. Maybe not 100%, but more than enough to get something done. Animals require a ton of training, almost a quarter or more of their life, not including the water filter detecting clams, to be able to understand a job on human trained standards. Animals can't communicate back in an innately human way like Pokemon can, but they do have their own way that we as humans in turn have to learn. Pokemon can nod, shake their head, point to things, and gesture, which is innately human in terms of understanding form of language response. Anyway, what are your thoughts, and what Pokemon would look like to you in modern society, and how would they function, if at all? Shiny vibes all, very respectfully, Sound. So I think Chris and I probably have very similar thoughts here. I'm gonna let Chris
Are you sure?
share. I think so. I'm
Okay.
going to let you go because I'm confident.
Okay, well, the avenue that Sound went was actually on the right track to begin with, that Pokemon exhibit some sort of human communication back, which houses or couches a very, very, very important concept, which is consent, right? So let's take an awful topic in the real world, for example, when people make animals like Pokemon fight each other. Right. Now, that's illegal in a lot of cases, in most cases. And there's cultural stuff. There's differences around the world for sure. But generally speaking, making animals engage in combat against each other is illegal and / or bad. Right. We know this is a moral truth, more or less. Right. Again, instances exist. I'm not trying to badmouth anybody. But anyway, that's the idea. In the real world, you cannot go up to a chicken, a beetle, a dog, a cat, and say, hey, is it your life goal to be the very best and be in combat against other animals of your like? And then and do you understand what that victory means? And do you understand mercy? And do you understand blah, 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 all this other stuff? Pokemon can say yes, or communicate to you in some way that, yes, my desire is to wear the WWE belt, be the best Pikachu wrestler that ever existed, to beat the snot out of my opponents, but also shake their hand at the end of the equation, right? Like, none of those things exist in the regular human or human and animal world, but they do exist in the Pokemon human world, right? So that's the big difference. If a league of dogs got together and were like, yes, we want to competitively race against each other, and we want it to be miserable conditions outside when we do it, like people that run, Tough Mudders for fun, or a Moab, they're like, I want the environment to be terrible so that it's hard on purpose. Like, if animals could say that to us, be a much different world, first of all. And also, I think there'd be less meat eaters in the world. That's a different conversation altogether. But I think, honestly, that sense of self-awareness, of understanding where you are in the world, and most importantly, your relation to other things that are like you and unlike you, is a core thing that Pokemon get that animals do not get, with a couple of exceptions. But that's an entirely different conversation that we could have another time.
So, but what's the answer?
The answer is no. I don't think that this would work. I think that because animals cannot convey consent to a litany of things that we understand as complicated human interactions and social environments and situations, that this would not work. That we would end up like we kind of already have now, without some laws in place. People exploit animals to do things for them, like work, like play, like for food, like all sorts of things. The inhumane treatment of Pokemon would exist further beyond, I want to steal that Pikachu because it's really strong.
Well, okay. See, that's where I thought you were going to eventually get, because that's where I think we agree. The fundamental thing for me, and I think back to it. You think back to Gen 1, Voltorbs in the power plant.
Yeah.
Like, So, Sound makes the point about we don't really use animals for jobs other than specialized situations. It's because animals don't do the jobs better than other things.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore, at least. We used to, when that was our only option. But if you have a Pokemon that can generate more power than your entire nuclear power plant, you can bet your butt someone's going to use it, not befriend it. Mm-hmm. And that's why I don't think it would work in the series.
Yeah,
or in the real world because of that.
It's weird too because like we are, in order to have this conversation, you have to prop up the Pokemon universe as some sort of paragon or golden example of the way that this does work, but it's incredibly flawed in its own way, in the way that you just described. Like, we don't know for sure if those Voltorbs are getting paid or if like it's beneficial to them to like discharge their electricity every once in a while so they don't just explode. I'm sure that's probably the canon truth, but that's not conveyed to us in a way that we know. We just see, oh, those things are there doing something for somebody else's benefit. They couldn't possibly be what they want to do. Right.
Yeah. But like, and this is not even talking about the like absolutely horrific possibilities of people using them for what's the word, for lack of a better word, for evil.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine if somebody had a Hypno in the world with malicious intent, for example? So and unfortunately for us, that is our world, and there's a lot of malicious intent.
The thing about the Pokemon universe too is that everybody there, even the bad people, are by and large very honest.
Yeah.
If they're evil,
true.
You know it. They're going to tell you what they're going to do that is evil. And every good person wears down their sleeves too, and everybody's very trusting of each other. And I think that we don't have that in real life, sadly. So
yeah.
Yep. Too many psychopaths. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
Anyway, thank you for the email. What a head scratcher for sure. This next email is from Iorkara. I said, hey, it's Iorkara. I'm going to ask possibly the most dumbest and silliest question, but hear me out. I know absolutely nothing about Pokemon. Nothing at all. TV, movie, games, nothing. All I know is Pokemon Go. Day 1 player, level 50, missing maybe 3 or 4 from Dex. But I always thought, why not a crossover? Why not a crossover with Super Mario Brothers? Can you imagine catching Mario? Catching all their costumed Marios? How about a 4-star Silver Mario Raid? How about a G-Max Gold Mario? There are so many characters in Super Mario Brothers. The sky is the limit. I mean, imagine a G-Max Bowser? Anyhow, take care. Iorkara.
Well, I think there's 2 answers you could look at. One is, the questionable moral, ethical nature of capturing a Mario in a Pokeball, but don't worry about that
in
part,
the Mario world, does Mario have consent?
I mean, I feel like it definitely has to, considering you're saving somebody from being kidnapped against their will.
Yeah,
so they have the concept of consent for sure.
But does Mario feel empathy for Goombas as he crushes them beneath his heel?
I'm gonna say yes.
You think he sheds a tear over every Goomba?
I don't think he sheds a tear, but I think he has empathy. I think it's like when a hero guns down a bunch of henchmen in order to get to the bad guy. They're doing what they got to do.
Why are you making me do this? This makes my heart sad.
Anyways, so that's the joke answer, of course.
I'm gonna need therapy after this one.
The real answer is that Nintendo and Pokemon, but Nintendo's obviously the head one, is very, very protective of everything they have.
Yes.
They are very protective of Mario. They are very protective of Zelda. And they are very protective of Pokemon. Even though they own full rights for all of them, they don't commingle in anything except Smash Bros.
I was about to say, this exists and it's called Smash Bros. And it's okay there and nowhere else because everybody is there for the one purpose of the crossover. It's not their IP you're invited on. This is a shared IP between everybody, and it's a common space, right? Mm-hmm. I personally feel that crossovers cheapen both IPs. I really
100%.
I dislike crossovers.
I gotta mention Fortnite because it's the granddaddy
Fortnite's
crossover.
It's an occasion, an exception, but yes.
But it's not an exception, though, because I still think it's problematic. Like, the fact that you can, right now they have a Power Ranger crossover. I don't actually know if it's still going on. They did have it where you can like form the Megazord and it shows the cockpit of the 5 players doing it. And you got pictures of Goku, Darth Vader, 2 Power Rangers, and
Peter
like
Griffin.
Naruto.
Yeah.
Or Peter Griffin or whatever. Sitting there. No, I don't like that.
No, that's funny.
But it's funny, but it doesn't make the IPs any better.
No, but I personally, in my mind, I don't play a lot of Fortnite, but I treat Fortnite like a Super Smash Brothers, where they were like, okay, we're going to be the crossover stuff now. Anything goes. It's just a big battle royale. It's not change anything canonical about the other canon or the other IPs or anything, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And also, I'm sure there have been crossovers between like Mario and Zelda that we're not thinking of right now. It's not unheard of, but Pokemon does not. At least
no, Pokemon doesn't really. Again, Smash Brothers is like the only exception. Yeah. Yep. Pokemon is Pokemon, and it would not be the world's top grossing IP if not for that level of control, I think.
Yes. 100%.
Yep. Thank you for the email, though.
All right, our last email is from Memorandums. They said, "Hey, Chris and Kyle, I have a quick question that I wanted to ask you both in regards to lucky Pokemon. Do you keep all lucky Pokemon you get? I currently keep all luckies, and it has started to impact my Pokemon storage. I have lucky Pokemon that were intentional trades, but I also have some that just became lucky with random trades. I feel bad transferring them, so I have not transferred any, even though I have multiple of the same kind. How do you go about handling lucky Pokemon? Anyway, great job as always. Hopefully Kyle can make it out to this year's Go Tour in California. Shiny vibes all, Memorandums." Chris and I probably have similar but slightly different answers for this one. Again, the easy answer is we don't trade. So we don't have many lucky Pokemon to worry
We don't really
about.
trade. Yeah, no, that's true. Generally speaking, not a fan of lucky Pokemon.
Yeah, I will transfer my lucky Pokemon. If they are not something I need, it's getting transferred. Especially because it's annoying to mass transfer. So
yeah. Usually when I talk about lucky Pokemon and lucky Pokemon that I like, it's lucky because I traded with somebody, obviously, in order to get that lucky Pokemon. And then it's special to me because I traded that person, not because it's lucky.
Exactly. But like you traded it specifically to trade that Pokemon, and like you would probably have kept it even if it wasn't lucky. That's kind of like
idea. Like
go
ahead, sorry.
I do have some lucky Pokemon I've kept because like I don't really need this, but I kept it. Or like really early on in playing Go and in my relationship, I traded a Mankey, and it went lucky. It was an early lucky. It's not very good. It's like 89% or something. I still have it. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Do I need it? No. Do I have other lucky Mankeys? Actually, yes, I do. But
I think to me, it feels the same way as I feel the same way about it as I do Purified Pokemon, where like if you have a 15-15-15 Purified something, first of all, even if it was a 13-13-13, the Shadow was better, right? That whole argument aside, to me, when you show me your Pundos, your Purified Hundos, they feel, and your Lundos, your Lucky Hundos, they feel so much less in my head, to me, as an achievement, than just catching a regular Hundo. It's like a discounted achievement. And because of that, I feel a little about Luckies. I think they're fine. They're cool. They're cheaper to level up, yada, yada, yada. But as far as like personal achievement goes, I don't know. For me, it just doesn't scratch the itch. I'm not going to discount somebody else's collection because you got to do what you got to do and get where you want to be. But it's just not for me personally. Yeah. So I have no problem transferring them to answer the question.
Yeah. I'm in a similar stance for sure.
Earl, thank you so much for the email memorandums. Appreciate it. Sorry if we don't share the love of Lundos and Luckies that you might do, but you know, everybody plays differently. That's kind of the thing. Kyle and I just happen to play rather similarly in many ways, and so it's hard for us to be like, yeah, we don't care about Luckies and we don't care about Shadows and we don't care about, you know, this, that, and the other thing. It's hard for us to also be like, no, there's value there for people, you know? So bear with us, I suppose. But hey, dear listener, if you'd like to send us an email, just like these fine folks did, you can by sending it to mail@gocastpodcast.com. The voicemail line is 262-586-7717. Speaking of Everything GOCast, you can go to our website for Everything GOCast, GOCastPodcast.com. Follow us on X and Threads at GOCast Podcast. Also Instagram. And if you'd like to help support the show monetarily, you can via Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you get access to our patron-exclusive Discord. That's spelled patreon.com/GOCast Podcast. And make sure that you are subscribed to us on YouTube to see our faces when we do this podcast. Woo! It's so much fun. And speaking of patrons, shout outs to our Elite Trainer tier patrons. Kyle, is it your turn or my turn this week?
It's your turn. I did it last week.
Okay.
I changed it already.
Thank you.
It was my turn last
I
week.
appreciate it. Big shout out to our Elite Trainer tier patrons. Thank you too. Bo, Daniel, Lori, Michael, Ozzy, Arkham, Marvin, Mimi, Sfortu, Stuart, Ryan, Thayer, Jason, Justin, Charles, Moners, Lee, William, Brandon, Ethan, Stephen, Nick, our favorite listener, Drew 2, Camel, the Yogi Rock, Jacob, Victoria, Stella, Memorandums, Nabil, Tish, Jacob, Matthew, Don, John, Paul, Micah, Sean, Dave, Nessa, Cal, Purple, Opal, Nurglefon, Beta, Ski, Cyprian, Don, Fear the Turtle, Chad, Everdark Raven, Luis, and Cole Misato. Thank you so much for your generous support for helping us keep the digital lights on, amongst other things. We really much appreciate it from you. Thank you. And if you'd like to help support the show in a way that's non-monetary but still helps out immensely, please consider leaving a review. It's free for you, takes a second, and does a lot for us. So thank you. And we're almost done here, Mr. Kyle. We have to set some goals, and then we're done. I think the only thing on the docket is Steel Skyline runs through the 7th, so through the weekend. And then there's Mega Rayquaza Raid Day today.
Right now.
So that's right now. Yeah. So what are we thinking?
It's very simple this week, especially hopefully we record on Thursday again. So
yep.
I want to do my Giovanni. I swear to God, CR will not escape me this week. And 250,000 experience, which will put me at 180.5 million.
Okay. All right.
So, and then after next week's episode, next time we record, we're going to have the level update, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You're right. It snuck up on us. Everybody I know that's trying to hit 50 has hit 50. So now I've stopped thinking about it. But yeah, it's happening in like 2 weeks. Not even. It's happening in less than 2 weeks, 10 days.
Yep.
11 days, but yeah.
Also, I'm not setting a Mega Metagross goal because I did it while we were on the podcast, so that'd be kind of disingenuous.
Oh, I evolved mine, but I'm planning on like getting him to Mega 1 or 2 or whatever. 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll adjust mine. All right, so 50 eggs for me, shiny Duraludon. I'll try to get some more in. Hopefully I can hit that. And then Mega Metagross level 2 for the Mega.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I think that's it. All right.
That is it.
Thanks, folks, for listening all the way through. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next week for episode 344. Until then, shiny vibes, all that good stuff. Bye.
Bye.